He now has Arizona selecting Kyler Murray first overall. That is up from 13, which is where he had him in his last mock draft. So if he goes up to number 1, that means Nick Bosa has to drop down, which is where Mel had him before at number 1. It doesn't fall far. Mel now has him going second overall to the 49ers. At number 3, that's the first place I looked. Mel has the Jets taking Kentucky's Josh Allen, who Mel says is the best pass-rushing outside linebacker in this class. He says outside linebacker is a clear need for the Jets. Raiders pick 4th. Mel has them going with defensive tackle Quinnen Williams, the big fella in the middle out of Alabama. Mel calling Oakland big winners if Murray winds up going first overall. The value of that pick may rise. Then at number 5, Mel has the Bucs taking LSU inside linebacker Devin White, who ran a 4.42 at the Combine, second fastest 40 by a linebacker at the Combine in the last decade. And I know what you're wondering, Greeny, how about the other quarterbacks in this draft? Well, I'm glad you asked. Mel has Ohio State's Dwayne Haskins going number 6 overall to the Giants. He also has a pair of D-ends coming off the board at 8 and 9 to the Lions and the Bills, respectively. You want a closer look at this? Let us bring in, for a closer look at this, the one, the only Mel Kiper Jr., who joins us. So, Mel, you've been waiting on this, and you finally have moved Kyler Murray up to number 1. What was your thinking behind moving him there to Arizona?
Well, it's really been since the Combine, Gritty. He didn't have the mock come out until today, but I think when you look at Kyler Murray, you don't force a quarterback in Josh Rosen to fit into a system he's not best suited for. So it works out perfectly for Arizona and Cliff Kingsbury. They can draft Kyler Murray, who does fit ideally into what Cliff Kingsbury wants to do, and then trade Josh Rosen. So I think it's a perfect storm for Kyler Murray to be the number 1 pick to a team with Cliff Kingsbury as head coach. If he wasn't the head coach, Greeny, you move forward with Josh Rosen. He's not in a situation now, when you think about Steve Keim, to do that because he brought in a head coach who now has the right quarterback to run his offense. So there you go.
So it throws a lot of things into flux, as you point out, including Josh Rosen. And then that brings us to Dwayne Haskins, who many people, myself included, still believe is actually the best pro prospect at quarterback in this draft. You haven't projected to the Giants at 6 because I know you don't project trades. But in reality, do you believe he will be there at 6?
You know, you hear that he won't, Greeny, and the thing is also you hear that maybe the Giants wouldn't take him or they're not as interested. All this stuff right now doesn't mean a lot. Still, 4 weeks to go. But I think when you look at, are they going to pass for the 2nd straight year on a quarterback like Haskins as they did last year with Darnold and Josh Allen? I don't think so, but you would have to, as you said, move up maybe to 3 to the Jets. Or all the signals are the Jets will move off of 3. But you're going to have other teams looking to get Dwayne Haskins. You have Miami. You have the Washington Redskins. There's going to be other teams, I think, looking to get to that 3rd spot. Are the Giants going to be the one to do it, Greeny? I don't know. As I said, I'm going to be stubborn about it because I really believe that's what the Giants should do. We'll see if they do. It's going to be fascinating to see what Gettleman does. They pick there, and they pick at 17. They say they want to use that Kansas City Chief model of basically redshirting the rookie quarterback behind the veteran, as they did with Mahomes. If you're going to do that, you take Haskins this year.
Absolutely. The other big news, of course, from the NFL just over the weekend is Rob Gronkowski announcing his retirement. And the Patriots, we were told yesterday, it is a very good tight end class here. How do you see the Patriots trying to replace Gronk in the draft?
Well, first of all, that Josh Rosen could be in play. If they're going to trade him, why not New England? It's the heir apparent to Tom Brady at the end of the 1st round with that pick. But if you keep that pick, Greeny, you get the heir apparent to Gronk. You get a Irv Smith Jr. who played for Nick Saban. You know the closeness between Belichick and Saban. You get a guy here at 242 pounds, runs a 4.6, averaged over 16 yards a catch with 7 touchdowns. A complete tight end who plays with desire, plays with toughness, and he can stretch that deep middle. Irv Smith Jr., I think, would be a nice pick at the end of round 1 for the New England Patriots.
Mel, well done. You can see Mel's entire latest mock draft right now. It's available on ESPN.com. Mel, thanks a million. Meanwhile, I want to bring Dan Orlovsky in really quickly for a quick question because, Danny, I've had you in here a million times, and we've been talking about the top of this draft for what feels like forever. Do you believe it makes sense for the Cardinals to take Kyler Murray number 1 overall?
He's the best player in the draft. And this is a guy that can change the Cardinals organization. That's a big deal at number 1. You have to change the organization. Don't forget, the Cardinals fired Steve Wilks and within 8 days hired Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, he was a marked man, and that's the guy that Cliff Kingsbury wants. And, Greeny, you can't allow what's on your roster to affect your decision-making when you have the number 1 pick. It's not all that foreign in the NFL. Josh Rosen's there, yes, but 2015, the Eagles trade Nick Foles, a 2nd-round pick, and a 4th-round pick for Sam Bradford. In 2016, they move up to go get Carson Wentz. So moves like this aren't all that foreign in the NFL. Kyler Murray should be the number 1 pick.
I agree with you. Look, if you're going to go do this, you might as well go all in. Last year, you hired a coach and you drafted a quarterback in the top 10. And if you're willing to move on from both of them, then you need to do something that you are committed to. It makes sense to me that way as well.
Absolutely. And again, I've said this before. This is the opportunity for the Cardinals to put Cliff Kingsbury in a position to be successful. You kind of stepped out on the ledge with that hire. Go all in with it and make sure that you give him the absolute best chance to succeed and bring everything he wants to the NFL with his system. Kyler Murray is a special, special player, and he has to change the Cardinals organization. We don't know what he's like off the field, but on the field, he has the ability to absolutely make up for all the issues, all the flaws that roster has.